Hi everyone, welcome into Siren Records Monterey. It's Fresh Catch Friday, and if you're new here, this is a time where we take some of the new releases and reissues that came out on vinyl today, have a little discussion about them, and let you know what some of the new things that have come out. Obviously, there's a lot that comes out every single week, and we don't go over all of them. This is just some of them. But anyway, we always start out with picks of the week. Now this week I'm actually have just picked like a handful because we have also Record Store Day dropped that happens tomorrow, and I have a little handful of a few of those things to showcase for you as well. So just to speed things along, there's a handful of stuff, but the whole entire complete list of new releases for today will be below posted with prices. Okay, so let's get to it. My pick for you this week is The Foals, Life Is Yours. And this comes to us on Warner Records UK. It's a very thrilling new direction for them with this new album. It's a follow-up to their two-part Everything Not Saved Will Be Lost. And that proved to be a real pivotal pinnacle in this band's story. So not only did it result in their first ever #1 UK album, but the ambitious scale of that saw the Foals win their first Brit Award for Best Group. So Life Is Yours, it feels like a real natural evolution for Foals. It's disco-tinged guitars, tight syncopated rhythms, punchy insistent hooks, echoing the roots of them as the purveyors of this rambunctious house party chaos that they're known for. But anyway, thematically, it's escapist, transportive, and in rapture of life's endless possibilities. It's a record that's perfectly in tune with the prevailing atmosphere of this moment in time, a life-affirming celebration as the world is reunited. Now it comes to you on white or black vinyl, and the way that we know that is this is your black vinyl, and the white one has a little note on it that says limited edition white vinyl. So if you're coming in the store and you're wanting the white one, that is the way that you pick it out, okay? So next up for you as a pick, I don't normally like to do reissues or represses, but we make the exception in the case when it's something really great. We haven't been able to get this for a while, and it's a repress of Blitz and Trapper, All Across This Land. This comes to us through Vagrant Records. It's the 8th studio album from Blitz and Trapper. It was originally released in 2015. It's 10 tracks, runs the genre gamut across the musical landscape from classic rock bar band sound right out of the gate. Then they can segue into this kind of Americana indie folk rock. You'll hear influences from the likes of like Tom Petty, Neil Young, and Bruce Springsteen, but not in a way that imitates those guys. It just gives them a nod. As a band, they've really perfected their trademark sound. Songwriter Eric Early is like such a gifted storyteller as well. So every Blitz and Trapper album features like at least one deep epic track or two, and that just that really kind of swells and ties it all up. So these tracks usually serve as high points as they showcase this storytelling influences that Early has absorbed into his own unique perspective. So his gift is the way he continually makes the universal themes so personal. As a listener, you feel and you share the emotions of his characters. And this is a worthy addition to your album collection. And it comes on evergreen vinyl. And they're actually on tour right now, so that would be another good thing to put into your live list of things to do if they come around to your part of the country. Okay, so terrific that's back in print, thank goodness, because it's been a minute. Okay, so now let's just get to a handful of stuff that's out today. First things first, this is the Beach Boys on Capitol. It's Sounds of Summer. This is a double LP. It was originally released in 2003, but UME has updated the classic Sounds of Summer. Featured among the 30 tracks are 13 new stereo mixes, including one first-time stereo mix, and it's newly remastered and available on standard black with updated photos and liner notes. And if you're like a real collector, or you know that they have the Sounds of Summer 6 LP limited edition box. This is an expanded edition, 6 LPs It features 80 key tracks from their storied career, all newly remastered with 24 new stereo mixes, including 2 first-time stereo mixes. This one is a limited pressing on 180-gram vinyl with updated photos and liner notes. And that's a pretty nice box. You can see that holographic kind of look to it. Very Sunset and typical of that stuff that they are kind of known for, right? All right, so the next is a reissue of this great band. This is Cabaret Voltaire. Microphone, or no, let me see. The first one, I'm sorry, there's 3 reissues here. The first one, Crackdown. And this is originally remastered in 2013, but now reissued and repressed on limited gray vinyl. It was first released in 1983, so the Crackdown was the band's 4th album, the first after the exit of founding member Chris Watson. The album fuses their earlier experimental records with electronic dance funk sound that would become more prominent in their subsequent releases, but the significance of the Crackdown has upheld over the decades. It's being enlisted to NME's best albums of 1983. Okay, so that is a nice reissue for that. The next one for them is The Covenant, the Sword, and the Arm of the Lord. Do I have that upside down? The Crackdown was on mute. This is also on mute. And okay, this was originally remastered also in 2013, but now it's reissued on a limited edition white vinyl. And it's kind of known for being their harder, more experimental album. It was originally released in 1985. The album embodies their industrial electro-funk sound and their punk ethos, leading its title to American political extremism is what that's all about. And then the last one, this is kind of my favorite. This is probably their most popular too. And this one is Microphonies. This is originally remastered again in 2013, but now it's issued and repressed on limited edition turquoise colored vinyl. This is kind of their most sleek dance record. It features the singles James Brown and Sensoria, if you're old enough to remember that, released in 1984. So this record gained its reputation as their most mainstream album. The partnership with Peter Kerr on the video for Sensoria received major airplay from MTV, and it was famously, it was one of the first music videos to be in the New York Museum of Art. Cabaret Voltaire were very much ahead of their time, harmonizing dance music, techno, dub, house, and experimental, making them kind of without a doubt one of the most influential acts in electronic music. They were trailblazers, but this one especially, it's a great, great record. Okay, next we're moving on to some jazz. This is the Bill Evans Trio 65, and this is on Verve. This is scarcely a more towering figure in jazz than Bill Evans. He relaxed emotional style and would prove influential to generations of pianists who would follow him. This here, he's joined by bassist Chuck Israels and drummer Larry Bunker. If You Could See Me Now, Johnny Casseri's Israel are included on this, and the heart-wrenching Who Can I Turn To? So Verve Acoustic Sound Series it features transfers from analog tapes remastered on 180-gram vinyl in deluxe gatefold packaging. And I just want to check because I want to see if this one might be on. Yeah, not this one. But there are more jazz reissues out this week, and they all are on clear vinyl. And you've got a couple of other Bill Evans titles, like Everybody Digs Bill Evans, Sunday at the Village Vanguard, and Waltz for Debbie. Also, Hank Mobley, Soul Station will be on clear vinyl. Charles Mingus, Blues and Roots, and Black Saint in the Center. All these are coming out on clear vinyl, a lot of these reissues. So the list will be below. You can check that out. Okay, now here we go. Carly Rae Jepsen, Kiss, and this is on the Schoolboy label. Now, this was previously only available as a limited edition picture disc. It's now available on standard vinyl as part of the 10th anniversary celebration of this album's release. So it features the hit singles Call Me Maybe and Good Time with Owl City. So yeah, there you go, Carly Rae. You can get that now in regular form. And would it be a week if we didn't have King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard? No, it would not. So, okay, Mike, I hope you're paying attention because here's some more for you. Let me see. The first one is I'm in Your Mind, Fuzz, and this is on their own label, the KGLW label. So anyway, this is crowd, it's garage, it's soul, it's psych, it's crazy. It's all in your head. I'm in Your Mind, Fuzz is pressed on recycled 180-gram vinyl and packaged in a brown paper bag in place of shrink wrap. But you know, these things get all jacked up on the shelf, so we did put ours in a you know, a poly sleeve for you for if you purchase that, just to keep it protected. Okay. And then another one, yay, there's more. This one is Quarters, again, on their own label, KGLW. It's a Woozy Jam recorded to warped tape, pressed on recycled 180-gram vinyl, and packed in that brown paper bag in place of shrink wrap, okay? So you can get your King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard collection beefed up even more this week, okay? Okay, next up, this is Perfume Genius, Ugly Season, and this comes to us from Matador, the latest full length. It began as a soundtrack to Mike Hadris and Kate Wallach's dance project. It's called The Sun Still Burns Here. Now, this album serves as a dissection of dance as action and concept. So beyond that, it's the most experimental Perfume Genius effort to date. It's a bold addition to an already amazing discography of theirs. The constantly shifting mood makes it difficult to settle into a rhythm, which may be due to the missing visual element because the film for that ballet or dance project, I guess, The Sun Still Burns Here, it's not actually been released, although it's supposed to be. So I think that, you know, if you could hear this accompanied to watching that, it might kind of gel together a little bit better. But anyway, it's very experimental and different, so you might enjoy that. Okay, then this is Asha, I hope I'm saying her name correctly, Asha Putli. It's The Essential, and this is on Mr. Bongo label. There aren't really many other performers and singer-songwriters, dancer, actress. She's excelled in such a broad range of genres, from 60s psych, classical Indian music, free jazz, pop, soul, disco, and rock. The list goes on. A best of or an essential collection is always going to be a kind of a subjective thing, and you know, with somebody that's got a lot to draw from, you know, they can't make it perfect for everyone. So unbelievably, this is the first official compilation covering the full breadth of her career. It provides a snapshot into her ever-evolving musical journey and a tribute to the vast richness of her catalog. Some singers want to be famous, others are pop star icons, and some are artists, and she is the latter. She's a true artist, force of nature. Regardless of the genre she explores, she just fully commits and moves on and reinvents herself, always progressing. So looking back on her career, it's evident what a trailblazer she was, opening doors for her contemporaries and those who came later to step through that door. Whether it's conscious or not, you can recognize her influences in aspects of like Kate Bush's ethereal image and performance, and in Donna Summer's high, smooth vocal sound and disco stylings. So the power also of like Grace Jones would probably draw from being influenced by her. So you can get this on, it's 2 LPs. You can get it on black or orange vinyl, and the way to discern that is here's the black sticker for the black, and this one is the orange vinyl, okay? So they made it pretty clear on this one, but really something you might want to check out. Okay, so this is a puzzling little release here. This is the Smile. It's a light for attracting attention. It's a double. It comes to us on XL Recordings, and Tom York and Johnny Greenwood of Radiohead, they've started this new band, and they brought in the drummer from Sons of Kemet on this, Tom Skinner. And but basically, it's sounds like a Tom York record. If you ever wanted to hear Tom York's interpretation of a moody state of British indie scene right now, this is it. Hints of post-punk, tons of the usual Radiohead-style atmosphere, carry lyrics of protest and political commentary, and the lyrical style certainly feels like something that could come from one of those bands, but it's all very distinctly Tom York. And from there, it's really hard to dissect what this does well, because I could say how the arrangements are great, or that the album has a really smooth vibe to it, or even how good the vocals are, but it's par for the course from an album containing 50% Radiohead. There seems to be some math rock influences on a few of the tracks, though the band never seems to fully embrace that. Tom York's vocals are for the most part hauntingly beautiful, as always. But as far as it goes with being 2/3 Radiohead, why the fuck didn't these two just share their ideas with the other band members and, do it? So I'm not saying it's a bad record. It's just kind of like, it's a confusing one. So this also comes on yellow vinyl. It's, as I said, 2 LPs. And okay, I'm thinking that this white sticker here indicates the regular black vinyl, and this one, the yellow sticker, is limited edition yellow vinyl. So that's how you can pick that. The CD is also here as well, and there are more new releases that came out. But like I say, now I'm just going to switch gears, and I'm going to show you a few of the RSD drops. And first of all, let me tell you what's going on here. Of course, I was so excited because the My Morning Jacket live from RCA Studio A is coming from ATO, but all of our stuff got here except shipment of just 48 pieces, and guess what's in there? Yeah, My Morning Jacket. So I've been screaming at UPS all morning to find out where it is, and it's going to be late. Why does it have to be the box that record is in? Because that, of course, is what I'm looking forward to the most. So I don't have it to show you, but I'm going to just tell you it comes through ATO. It's 7 tracks from the latest self-titled My Morning Jacket, but at the famed, they recorded solo acoustic Jim James at this famous RCA Studios in Nashville. It's only limited to 5,000 copies. So in late of August of 2021, they were all set to record a full band session at RCA Studio A when one of the band members tested positive for COVID. So they have like a film crew and audio crew all set to record this in this historic studio, and they didn't want the moment to go to waste, so they just decided to try out acoustic versions of songs from this last album. So every song here was Jim giving it a go solo for the very first time with an audience that was basically just My Morning Jacket's road crew, as well as filmmaker Danny Clinch and his crew. So really special record. I think you can see 2 of the tracks on YouTube right now if you kind of look into the My Morning Jacket channel, and it's beautiful. So God, I'm beyond pissed off that it's not here, but it's should be here, I'm hoping, early next week, or yeah, our heads are going to roll. All right, so let's move on with some stuff that we do have, and there are also some great titles too, but God damn. All right, Prince, The Gold Experience, and this is through Prince Estate, MPG Records. It was the first full-length Prince album to be credited to his unpronounceable symbol when he was using that moniker. And it was released at Most Public Heated Stage. Wait a minute. And it was released at the most public and heated stage of his battle with the major label industrial complex. I believe that Warner Brothers and him were at war. And he had the word slave written on one cheek. Anyway, he shined on opulent ballads like The Most Beautiful Girl in the World and Gold, and the defiant single I Hate You, and the album earned widespread critical acclaim. So Here, they re-released the Gold Experience as an homage to the rare US-only promo version of the album released in 1995. The 2 LP set is pressed onto translucent gold and with a bonus suite of I Hate You remixes on side D. So, that was a big war, wasn't it? This one, a lot of people have been looking forward to this one. This is the soundtrack to Royal Tenenbaums, and this is through the Hollywood label. It features a score composed by Mark Mothersbaugh from Devo, if you didn't know that already, and a variety of songs from the 60s through the 90s, directed by Wes Anderson and co-written with Owen Wilson. This 2001 classic film stars like all these heavyweights that you see on the cover here, like Gene Hackman, Angelica Houston, Bill Murray, Gwyneth Paltrow, Danny Glover, Ben Stiller, Luke and Owen Wilson. This LP is pressed on sky blue and olive green vinyl in a die-cut sleeve and a gatefold jacket. All right, next up, this is also going to be in big demand. This is Victor Vaughn, vaudeville villain, Get On Down label. So for 2003's vaudeville villain, MF Doom took on yet another pseudonym, where MF Doom kind of drew from Dr. Doom. Victor Vaughn drew from Doctor's government name, Victor Von Doom. And the influence of superheroes and supervillains, however, goes a lot deeper than the pen name. The sci-fi vibe is present musically throughout Vaudeville Villain. Long out of print on vinyl, Get On Down presents this landmark of MF Doom's career as a double gatefold LP. So not a whole lot of those, so be here early if you're after that one. Okay, this is a pretty cool one. This is various artists. Go Ahead Punk, Make My Day. This comes to us through Craft Recordings. So any 90s punk fan will remember coveting a copy of Go Ahead Punk, Make My Day. It was a classic CD sampler from Nitro Records. Originally released in 1996, the album delivered early cuts of some of the biggest names in West Coast punk, available for the first time on vinyl. This reissue features 10 high-energy tracks from AFI, Guttermouth, Jughead's Revenge, The Vandals, and The Offspring, including the latter band's cover of Hey Joe, a long sought-after fan favorite, which was previously exclusive to this compilation. So this is pressed on orange splatter vinyl, and again, not a whole lot, so hurry in if you want that. Be early. All right, this one is Sun's Signature, self-titled, and this is on Partisan Records. Now, it's a 5-track EP of music by Elizabeth Fraser from the Cocteau Twins and Damon Reese from Spiritualized, Echo and the Bunnymen, and Lupine Howl. Pressed on black vinyl, it's housed inside a single sleeve jacket and a printed inner sleeve. Now, this one is limited to 8,000 copies worldwide. And that we did get a fair number of those, so that one's pretty good. And next up, this is Kaliuka's San Miedo, and this is on Interscope. It's her latest album, but it's pressed on this clear vinyl with the very slightest tint of rose color. You know, if you see some of the descriptions for Record Store Day stuff and they're saying pink, it's not like a hard pink. It is very pale rose on like clear translucent, okay? This is includes cover art poster. This is exclusive cover art. It is not like the original on San Miedo. And the poster insert, it comes with this Record Store Day one as well. It's limited to 8,000 copies, and that's another one that we did get some quantity on, so good, glad for that. All right, next up, this is Miles Davis, What It Is, Montreal, 7783. This is from the Legacy label. Miles was back in amazing form when he went on the stage at the Theatre de St. Denis during Festival International de Jazz in Montreal in July of 1983. And this revelatory performance has been lovingly mixed and mastered for its first ever release on vinyl for Record Store Day 2022. What it includes is tracks from the year's release Star People and the Marcus Miller tune Hopscotch and the song Jean-Pierre that appeared on 1982's We Want Miles. The recordings of What It Is and That's What Happened were so well thought of by Miles that he utilized them for his 1984 release Decoy. but in heavily edited form. And this release would include the first release of them in complete form. So packaged in this beautiful gatefold packaging, it features liner notes penned by music journalist Greg Tate, who represent one of that guy's final writings. And so that is here for you now. And then let's round it off with Pearl Jam, Live on Two Legs. This is on the Legacy label, originally released in 1998. Live on Two Legs documents that year's U.S. summer tour in support of the Yield album. So it's 16 tracks on crystal clear vinyl, double vinyl, and it's in gatefold packaging. Okay, so that is kind of a little roundup for you, and hope to see you tomorrow for the special RSD drop releases, or just regular shopping will be 10 to 4. And other than that, the list again posted down below for just this week's new releases. You will see the RSD stuff elsewhere, but that list will be posted down below with prices, and hope to see you tomorrow. Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye.